on monetization? It's okay if you didn't.
I turned on monetization, yep.
Fabulous.
I mean, it was on by default, so it should be on.
We are live according to YouTube.
It looks
And
on.
we're...
Hey, go ahead, David.
Yeah, we coming out of the starting gates hot once again. We're live. Lots of news this past week. Rumors of an iPhone Ultra, release of the second generation HomePods, Galaxy S23, and Netflix flip-flopping on their new password policy. But before we dive into that, we want to give a shout out to the one, before we go, even went live, Super Chat. Really appreciate that. Definitely will watch the recap. Keep up the amazing content, Davids.
Yeah, check this out. We got a new graphic where we can highlight your comments. So go ahead and drop one in the chat. I would love to highlight your comment on the stream. I have the power now.
Absolutely.
And we're glad that you're here with us today. At least I am. David, are you glad
I am too.
That they're here today? Me too.
I am always glad they're here.
If there's one adjective I think I could describe you as, it's just always glad. Just
happy-go-lucky.
Very David Lynch reaction.
Yeah. So, let's talk about the new Netflix policy, or the flip-flop on the new Netflix policy. They put out a statement saying they're going to crack down on all those jerks sharing passwords with their families because they're so selfish. They're not thinking about Netflix. They're thinking about themselves and the content they want to watch.
Exactly.
So for people to have uninterrupted access to Netflix, the document explained that people would have to keep watching something from their home every 31 days, essentially logging into their home Wi-Fi network.
Indeed.
Thoughts on that policy?
Thoughts on that policy. So I am going to make a confession right now. Okay. I have two parents. I pay for a Netflix plan. At the time I bought it, and I'm not sure if this is still the case, but to get 4 devices or multiple streaming, you had, and 4K video, you had to buy the most expensive plan, which came with more than one device. So I pay $23 or $24 a month, and my parents are on my account. I don't live with my parents anymore. They live down the street. Am I doing something wrong? Am I stealing from Netflix? The way I look at it is kind of like a family plan, and I think that's probably pretty normal, where if I have a Verizon family plan, it doesn't matter where the people are. It's just kind of like a multi-device plan. But Netflix is saying it's not it's a multi-device plan, but it's not a multi-location plan. What do you think about that?
I mean, I think I have a pretty similar reaction to most people. I said, this is dumb. And as a result, Netflix immediately flip-flopped on that plan, saying, oh, this is only for Chile and Costa Rica and Peru. But they put out the press release, the statement in English, which is not the primary language of some of those countries.
Yeah, that's what kind of threw me about that. Oh, just kidding. Just kidding. We didn't mean to do that, even though, as David just said, they don't speak English as the primary language in those countries. So why would the only support article they put out be in English? So Netflix is obviously backtracking, and I think they were just dipping their toe in the water, testing the waters to see how people would react, or perhaps their group of, C-level executives thought that people would just be cool with it. People, what's another $24 a month for your parents who are retired and on a fixed income? Netflix.
I don't know, especially now when eggs are $6 and gas is expensive. I mean, what's another $24, To the big shareholders at Netflix, probably not that much, but to the rest of us,
it's a lot.
It's a lot.
So I just feel like they're focusing their efforts in the wrong direction, especially since you're already paying a lot more for Netflix than any of the other streaming services. And I personally, that's the next on the chopping block for me, because I'm not that crazy about the shows on Netflix, more so than like Paramount Plus. HBO Max, I think, is a stronger service. Disney Plus, stronger. Maybe even Hulu, maybe. in terms of original content. I don't know how you feel, David.
Yeah, well, I just wanted to point out in the chat, Demon already canceled his Netflix, his or her Netflix, I'm sorry, their Netflix. And Kay Nagel said, good job, Demon. Philip Chandler Netflix is sticking themselves in the foot with this. Yeah, and I agree. I think the problem for Netflix is that they got such a big head start in the streaming space, and they never really innovated from there. I mean, they tried to go the original content route, and it was just not very good stuff they put out, giving everyone a 1-hour comedy special that none of them were any good. And the rest of the market is catching up. So I'm kind of curious now, with these new login rules that are popping up, the prices for all these streaming services are soaring. Are we going to see a renaissance of pirating content online?
And just to be clear, neither of us are advocating for pirating content. And we know that you wouldn't either, right? I've never downloaded anything illegally online. I mean, me? George from Honduras says that Netflix already bills out all out-of-home users in Honduras, which is interesting that they're treating countries with less income per person worse than they're treating us. Like statistically, it's kind of par for the course, I guess, with this type of thing. But yeah, I lost my train of thought, David.
That's all right. Yeah, you asked me what I think about the Netflix content too. I feel like there are only a handful of shows I ever watch on Netflix. And generally it's like rewatching Breaking Bad is primarily what I do on Netflix these days. Until there's a new season of Black Mirror, I don't really know if I have a big reason to keep Netflix.
Yeah, Philip Chandler just canceled his as well. And Anonymous says a lot of people will start pirating again. So we're not saying pirating is good, but do you really think that people are going to put up, AMC says Netflix can bite me, are people going to put up with these high charges for all of these streaming services in addition to the cable bills? And I thought David made a really good point yesterday as we were preparing for this, that he thinks that cable companies should use this as an opportunity to get customers back.
You could totally undercut the strict, because I bet if you did some sort of analysis where you look at the average consumer, what they're spending on streaming subscriptions, and I bet it would be equal to, if not more than, a cable bill. If I'm a cable company right now, I'm going to go in and I'm going to say, you can have your cable back just like you used to have it, and cut all the prices by 50 to 75%, get all those customers back. It seems like a really good opportunity for those companies. I just don't know if they're going to take the initiative, because a lot of places you only have one cable provider to choose from, so that they don't really have too much of an incentive to lower their prices. But it's an opportunity if they want to take it.
Yeah, I think so too. And I've seen Spectrum at least start to come out with some of their own shows too. Because some of the content that these streaming services are providing, I think is better than anything on network TV. I mean, I think HBO Max, I don't know, have you been watching The Last of Us, David?
No, I keep seeing it pop up all over social media, and I kind of want to watch it just so. People are saying it's really good, and
It's
I know
amazing.
eventually I'm gonna run into some spoilers if I don't actually sit down and watch the first few episodes, so I might have to do it.
I personally thought it was great, and I think you would definitely like it. It seems like right up your alley.
Has he played the game?
What was that, Zach?
Has he played the game? That's what
Have you...
Last
have
of
you-
Us, I haven't played the game, no.
Yes, it is based on a game. I didn't either, but I like it.
The thing for me with cable and network TV is that the thing I would want it for is sporting events. I have ESPN Plus. The events you can watch on ESPN Plus are not great. You can get a Fubo TV subscription for like $70 a month, in which case I would just buy cable. So I wish there was like a better sports package than ESPN Plus, where you get all the sporting events all in one spot. That'd be my dream.
Yeah, Kay Nagel has left about 5 comments so far that I have totally agreed with. There's literally nothing on network TV. Totally agree again. Yep.
Well, now all the networks
she's
have
gonna
their own
say something
streaming
crazy.
services. So.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Direct
Like
TV.
AMC. Yeah, I mean AMC Plus, you have to, if you don't have cable, you have to pay the $5 to watch the Better Call Saul finale. It's just
Oh, exactly.
it's
Isn't that crazy?
getting out of control.
That's crazy. I know I pay so much for the streaming services, but I go into my account every month or actually every time I sign up for one of these streaming services, I do so with my iPhone, and then I go in and I cancel the subscription right away. And I know it saves me a lot of money because, all those extra free days I get if I don't watch HBO from March 1st to April 1st, then I've just saved a monthly fee, or even if it's 2 weeks. I like to just go in and cancel it, but they're getting me now because you can get 2 free months if you sign up for the whole year with HBO, so I just do that. So,
well, my issue is that a lot of the best streaming services, I've already taken advantage of the free trials on different cards, and it's just I've run out of freebies.
Right. HBO Max, best blockbuster movie, says George P., and Apple TV Plus, the best original shows so far, and really there have been some great ones on Apple TV Plus. For All Mankind is great. I like it. I can see how other people might not. Severance, awesome. Ted Lasso, C, with Jason Momoa. All really good shows. I think you would like some of those. I think you would like C, David.
I might.
Yep. We'll see.
So TA wants recognition. They made a good point too, which Kay agreed with. So,
who wants recognition?
TA,
I'm in charge.
The Red Sox logo in the chat.
Yeah.
We keep getting the question from Anwar about MacBook Airs this year. We'll get to that later in this video. We see you. Just wanted to acknowledge that we see in the chat. We'll get to that question later.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we will. We're going to go back through our list. Does David Payette have a sister named Pam? The answer is no. I don't. No sisters involved. Unless you owe Pam money, in which case I'm happy to accept it on her behalf. Mm-hmm. I'll totally give it to sister.
It's an inheritance lawyer trying to track you down for a large.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Large sum.
Yeah. Interesting. Here in Denmark, you get 10 plus streaming services with your phone or internet subscription, etc. Anonymous from Denmark.
Yeah, big carriers are starting to do that a little bit more. T-Mobile, Verizon are offering subscriptions as part of their premium plans anyway.
Right, but if you add up the cost of the premium plans, you're paying more than if you were to just get an affordable cell phone plan like from Visible.
Yeah, Theodore Roberts on that point. T-Mobile might cut Netflix too because there are breaches will cost them a lot of customers and lose them revenue.
Well, that's the best reason to do anything. If you're a corporation, it'll lose revenue. And I think Netflix thinks that they're going to get more signups from this policy, or they, in some countries, have instituted a $3 per month plan where you can pay more to have out-of-home service or something. I don't know. And then you're supposed to log in at home or at each place every 31 days, or you have to get a temporary code to log in. It just seems a little crazy to me. And in the not too distant future, and actually already, there are some services that are popping up that let you carve up your streaming services plans and sell the ones you're not using. What's that called, David? Is it Together? Bring Together?
That
Together
is
Price. Yeah.
That's the one.
Together Price. Zach, can we show people this screen? So join the sharing network and save up to 80% on your favorite digital services. And they have pretty much everything. Netflix Premium shared cost of $2.99 each per month. Apple Music $2.50, Nintendo Switch Online $3 a year. So, yeah, it's a pretty interesting idea. They say it's totally legal. I'm not sure if it's totally legal, but they say it is.
I'm dubious if it's legal or not. I wouldn't. I'd be careful at a site like that right now.
So would I, and so am I.
I think 15 minutes of Netflix talk is. I think we've covered Netflix pretty well here.
Yeah,
chat's loving the Netflix.
It's not as well. The chat, we care about Netflix.
We do. Yeah, well, I mean, I don't because I don't pay for it. But let's talk about the. There have been a lot of rumors lately. iPhone Ultra potentially coming in 2024, a level above the Pro models.
Yeah, what do you guys think about the iPhone Ultra? I personally am not that excited about this phone, but I guess that's on Apple, right? To excite me. Show me something I haven't seen before. Is it going to be foldable?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think that... What was that, Zach? Super chat from Tammy.
Tammy, just
Thank
because
you
you guys
so
are amazing.
much.
We appreciate that, Tammy.
We appreciate you too. Yeah. I'm glad we can highlight these messages now because Tammy deserves it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The iPhone Ultra will be interesting. I feel like Apple might be watering down their Pro and Pro Max brands by going with a level above, because the Pro is kind of like the premium phones. You buy they're way better than the iPhone 14 and 14 Plus last time around. If they're going to go up to Ultra, are they going to withhold features from the Pro models that should just be universal on all iPhones? I feel like that would be potentially damaging that brand.
It's possible, and it's really not the Apple Watch Ultra is what people talk about, but they did it with the M1 Pros as well, right? Or the M1 Ultra, they called it. Mm-hmm. So there's M1 Pro, M1 Max, just like iPhones, like Pro Max, kind of. And then the M1 Ultra. So is the next Mac Pro going to be the Mac Ultra? Are they going to kill the Mac Pro?
I don't know. I did see one really cool render for the iPhone Ultra. They essentially took the Apple Watch Ultra and put that design onto an iPhone, and the thought being that it'd be like a rugged phone. So there are a lot of phone manufacturers out there that specialize in rugged phones, allegedly rugged phones, that are meant for, going outdoors or if you work construction or something. I feel like the iPhones are already stronger than those anyway, but if Apple could come out and say, here's our most durable phone ever, I think that could be pretty cool.
Yeah, I suppose. I think they do that anyway, though. And I don't know about you, but aren't people just going to buy a case to get the most rugged phone?
Maybe iPhone Ultra has the case built in already.
I guess you could make a case for that.
George Websdale, periscope lens on Ultra only, why not on Pro models?
What was that? Okay, who am I looking for? George Webb.
And the most recent chat.
George Websdale. Periscope lens on Ultra only. Why not on Pro models? I don't know.
We'll see.
We'll see if that actually happens.
If they're going to have a hierarchy with Ultra at the top, naturally the 14 or the new Pro and Pro Max models are going to be missing features that people probably want. So I don't even know if it's changing all that much from the current dynamic where we have the Pro models and then we have the non-Pro models like the 14 and 14 Plus that are just worse versions of them. Yeah. So then I would just be afraid the Pros turn into worse versions of an Ultra, and we haven't really made any progress at all.
Yeah. Totally, because they got rid of the Mini too, right? So now there's the regular one, and then there's the Pro, the Pro Max, and the Ultra. So there's still 4 phones because the Mini's gone. You could totally be right, David. I'm not totally sure.
We'll see.
I guess so. What do you think? Let us know in the chat.
Let us know in the chat. Another rumored iPhone feature coming soon. Potentially, according to Ming Chi Kuo, Apple working on allowing iPhones to wirelessly charge AirPods and other devices. That's reverse wireless charging, where you could just place your AirPods right in the back of your phone, and then they would charge up.
Right. David had an idea yesterday. Do you want to pitch it?
Well, I was thinking, if we get reverse wireless charging, could you theoretically just stack up a whole bunch of phones on top of each other, or maybe you've got an AirPods case and you've got 2 phones. You could stick them together like this and sort of sandwich your AirPods and to get them charged twice as fast.
Yeah, you could just start charging them. Look at the sandwich. I don't know. I could reach in any direction in the studio and just come up with a bunch of iPhones. It's pretty nerdy in here.
I'm kind of excited for the reverse wireless charging, though. I mean, it's a feature that has existed for a while now. They haven't really brought it to iPhone. But I always forget to charge my AirPods case. So being able to just slap my AirPods case on the back of my phone and then charge it up would be awesome. So the fact that there is a battery built into the case, David, is not enough for you. No, you forget to charge the AirPods and the case. So now you want to just do your phone. I think you're asking a lot here, but I do think that they'll do more that next time around. Maybe that would be an Ultra feature. It could be.
Because I think the Ultra might be a different form factor slightly. Can you imagine?
Mm-hmm.
Might it be somewhere between an iPad mini and a phone? Will it just be bigger or wider? Will it be foldable? Tim Cook was talking about different form factors the other day.
Mm-hmm.
People are talking about McDonald's. Anonymous is talking about McDonald's. 2 Big Mac menus per month got you covered. Now, see, I'm looking at this out of context, so I actually don't know what this is about, but I've had some Big Macs in my lifetime. And
Tammy wants to know, do you think Apple will bring back a flip phone? Streamlabs got mad at Tammy for chatting too much, but I think that's a great question.
Yeah, I can't even highlight that one. And she was timed out by, she gave us $20 and she's timed out. Tammy,
I know,
let us just apologize to you. David, you can go ahead and take the question.
Yeah, so flip phone. There are rumors that there might be a iPad flip coming in 2024, and I think what we've kind of generally agreed on is that they're not going to. iPhone probably won't be the first Apple product to get a foldable. They'll probably try to get it a little bit better with some of their more ancillary products before bringing it to an iPhone.
The HomePod foldable. AirPods foldable. I saw the other day a foldable OLED gaming display. I thought that's pretty cool because you can like kind of bend it in.
Yeah.
Kind of neat. And then again, who's going to be moving it around that much?
Netflix subs for McDonald's points.
Netflix subs for McDonald's points. Interesting. Rez says iOS sucks. Fold 4 is the best choice.
Path and wrong.
Yeah, wrong.
We appreciate all of the people participating in chat, but that's wrong.
It doesn't make
Totally
you right.
wrong.
Yeah, it doesn't make you right. Yeah, the foldable models from Samsung are really, supposed to be glass, but it doesn't feel like glass. It feels like plastic. So I'm always kind of disappointed. I feel like they overpromise and underdeliver. Mm-hmm. I think Apple's good at waiting until they get it right before releasing the product, although there have been examples of that not being the case. But I think generally they don't want to be the first to market all the time, but they just want to they want to do it right.
CC in the chat, what's the obsession with foldables? It's an interesting question. I feel like the phone manufacturers, the major ones, they've kind of landed on the ideal design for a phone, like a 6-inch form factor, all front display, good camera setup. And after a while, that becomes stale. So you need to release something that's new and exciting for people. And you wind up with flip phones.
Yep. And nostalgia. Yep. One of my first phones was the Motorola StarTAC. That thing, you could throw that across the room. It was super light. It was way smaller than my iPhone. It made phone calls. And that's it. It stored 100 contacts. No more than that. Can't do text messages.
I mean, if we're going back in time for nostalgic purposes, I would love to see some major phone manufacturer get out the old physical keyboard, like the slide phones used to have. You could slide up and the keyboard would be there, and you could press the actual buttons.
David, nobody wants that back.
Everybody wants that back.
Nobody wants the, I really respect you, but I don't think people want those stupid phones. I think people might want their Blackberries back, but the slide keyboard ones, really? I don't know.
That's more nostalgic for me than flip phones.
Yeah, exactly, because you're younger than me. But I have a feeling that you would have a lot of support in the chat for that.
I might, yeah. There's a specific, generation that would really appreciate a modern version of that phone.
Yes. The Rick, foldable glass? Don't think so. At least not yet. Tammy, my first phone was a bag phone. So was my dad's. I remember that in the car. It had a zipper. You had to unzip it, and then an antenna that came up, and a corded headset. It was something. What do you think about the so-called graphene batteries? I don't know enough about them to have an intelligent opinion. Do you, David?
I don't.
Yeah. Well, then we'll just say they're graphene with us right now.
Well, you know what I'll do is I'll make a mental note of that question. I'll look up what a graphene battery is, and then I will come back to you next stream with a better answer.
Exactly. Do you think this year's surprise color is red for the pros?
I don't know. There are a lot of people out there who get really excited about the colors of phones, and I'm not one of those people.
Yeah. Do you get excited about colors of phones? What's your favorite iPhone color ever, we could say?
Well,
I know you don't, David. Just get excited about it.
I mean, I saw something on Twitter the other day where they're thinking about introducing some new Beats Fit Pro colors, and people were getting really excited about that. And I'm like, they're different. They're different colors.
Yeah,
for sure.
Matt asks, did my first flip phone play Snake? No, it was not. No. Snake was way too advanced for that. Cece wants that stuff back that you were talking about.
Sidekicks, yes.
Sidekicks phone. What are the? Oh, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, I guess there were a few different versions. I had one too. It was a Motorola. Maybe it was a Sidekick, but I think it was
Motorola. Getting some votes for Sidekicks right now.
Yeah, I can't believe flip phone's winning though. That's too bad. The other nostalgic phone that it would be great if they could do over again is the Motorola Razr. Those are really cool. When I was in middle school and high school.
Well, yeah, that's like the StarTAC kind of came out of that, and they did come out with a new Razr, right? Like
did they?
They came out with a new Razr that was 100% screen and the flip
interesting.
Phone. But yeah, favorite colors: purple, silver edges, and a different shade of black. So when they come out with a surprise color for a phone, a lot of the time it's around Mother's Day, and I always think that they pick colors that statistically women would like. That's what we talked about last time when the purple phones came out. That was our exact analysis. Yeah, but they've done, I think, like a light green. They've done like a lot of sort of stereotypically more feminine colors, I guess.
Yeah, I like the gray phones in terms of colors. Keep it simple.
Yeah,
matches my wardrobe.
Easy to shop for.
Yep,
ladies and gentlemen, David Lynch.
Gray phone, black case.
Yep,
done.
Yep. That much I know. Is there any major difference between MacBook Pro and Air? I'm not sure when we want to get to these, but maybe we'll table these questions and get to our next rapid fire news. These rapid fires are kind of firing a little slower than I expected.
I know.
Because we're talking about them.
When we were talking about this yesterday, I was like, all right, we'll just do some rapid fire news like it's Weekend Update on SNL and then move on.
You said Weekend Update.
I said Weekend Update.
You did.
But I think this time around we actually we found some really interesting stories that are easy to get fired up about. So
right, exactly.
Which moves us on to Google investing almost $400 million in a ChatGPT rival, Anthropic.
That's right. So the startup run by former Google employee Andrew Conrad focuses on developing technologies that could be used to detect and treat a range of diseases. Google has invested heavily in healthcare, including its Verily subsidiary. So I think this is more about healthcare and getting that just treasure chest in their pockets. Right now it's Apple Health, it's Google. They're both trying to get into the healthcare space. Because there's $1 billion. Bajillions of dollars there.
Quadrillion dollars.
Quadrillion, yeah. I think that's what they're doing there. What I saw that I wanted to talk about was the major leak reveals revolutionary new version of Microsoft Bing powered by ChatGPT 4 AI. So the new version of Bing has features like natural language search, smarter conversation, and the ability to answer longer questions with more accurate results. It can even provide answers to general knowledge questions and respond to follow-up questions with related information. So, website owners, now that ChatGPT has ingested all the content David and I wrote over the years, who needs to go to our websites and give us any credit? What do you think, David?
Think about AI stealing people's content?
Yeah, they've used our content to learn what they can now regurgitate to people in a different order of language.
Right. Well, Google already kind of screwed over publishers with the featured snippets. Featured snippets where they take your paragraph that you wrote and stick it right at the top in position 0, as they would call it,
Yeah.
the top of the search results, and then you don't get any clicks that way.
Yep. No ad
So
revenue.
now it's just the next evolution of people not going to the actual source of information.
I don't know how they ever got away with that. I mean, they have really good lawyers, but I mean, they took words that we wrote and put it at the top of search results and monetized it with their own ads, but didn't give us any money. So, but then they said, okay, you website owners can opt out of that, which that's how they got around it. They said like, oh yeah,
Right.
go ahead.
Well, you can opt out and then not get any rank
clicks
at the top. Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. So
people are talking about how one of the next big job fields is going to be being an expert at AI ChatGPT queries. I think
Indeed.
there could be a very strong emerging industry of people who are tasked with fact checking the AIs, because a lot of the information that they pull in is not accurate
at all. Yeah. Sometimes.
So for example, we recorded a phone codes video last week, and we came up with a list of our own, and then we said, okay, ChatGPT, try to find us some USSD codes, unstructured supplementary data codes, which you can enter onto your phone. One of the codes they came up with was star 77, which I forget what it does. In some states, it does something useful. In other states, it will call the police.
Right.
So if you are just not fact-checking the information that the ChatGPT or whatever AI you prefer to use, you're gonna wind up with a lot of bad information.
That's for sure. David, can you handle this for just a minute or two? And I'm going to just do a push, or I could talk to you for a minute or two. Do a push of this and just get a whole new audience in here.
All right. Well, Tammy says, sounds like copyright infringement. It's borderline. People back when the DALL-E and all the art AI was coming out, there were a lot of artists who were saying, this AI has essentially plagiarized my art. They're taking my elements and they're making their own art based on my own style.
And I was like, no, you're wrong. Get over it, artists.
Now that
they're doing it to us. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Now they're doing it to us. I feel totally differently.
All right. Long Tong Sun, fact-checking who checks the fact-checkers. Well, it'll be interesting to see, especially with AI, because they have people designing AI who have their own thoughts and opinions, and that might be reflected in the way AI answers queries. But if we don't have, if Microsoft uses ChatGPT for Bing and Bing starts putting out wrong information, which it already isn't great at putting out information you're looking for.
Yeah. That wouldn't be anything new.
It's really not there yet. I know people are really stoked on ChatGPT, and it can do a lot of cool things, but it's not quite ready to replace search engines.
Yeah, I mean, I'm totally stoked on it. I think it's amazing. We could ask it, are you totally ready? Should we ask it?
Yeah.
Real quick?
Why don't you ask it?
All right, yeah, here we go. Are you ready to replace search engines?
Yes, I am ready to replace search engines.
Really?
Confident.
Tell us more. She's a little slow.
Little shy now. Rick, is
Replacing
iPhone
search engines is an exciting prospect for me because it could open up a world of new possibilities. With a new search engine, I could create a more intuitive and personalized experience for users, allowing them to find exactly what they are looking for quickly and easily. Additionally, I could incorporate new technologies like artificial intelligence and natural language processing to make the experience even better. Finally, I could use analytics to better understand user behavior and preferences, allowing me to tailor the experience even further.
Wow, that is some freaky stuff. That is some freaky stuff. That's next level Siri right there, people.
Anonymous says, ChatGPT is so nice, I have made websites with it. Also a blog CMS with it.
Yeah.
Made full songs with it. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot you can do with it if you know what you're doing.
Yeah, it's helped me with some of my code too. Definitely. It's amazing.
We've got a couple of questions about the iPhone 14. Is iPhone 15 worth waiting for over an iPhone 14? Right now, if you purchase a new 14, you get another one for free, said Rick. And then Tiny Titan asked, is the iPhone 14 worth getting? So the iPhone 14 is definitely not worth getting. It's a terrible phone. At this
Tell
point,
us how you
we're
really feel, David.
Yeah, 7 months away from the iPhone 15. I mean, I wouldn't recommend the iPhone 14 to anyone. I think the iPhone 14 Pro Max, getting that now, if you can get it for anything less than what it opened at back in September, I think that would be a good purchase because it's going to last a long time and it can do pretty much anything you want. But iPhone 14, nobody should buy an iPhone 14. There's a reason why it's buy one, get one. It's because the sales of that phone have been terrible. And that's one of the reasons why Apple is looking to move towards an Ultra model as opposed to 14 and 14 Plus.
Mm-hmm. Keep it going, David. Almost there.
Keep it going. Okay. Tiny Titan, I have an iPhone 12 Pro asking for my daughter. Yeah, I wouldn't get her an iPhone 14. Rez says iPhone 14 Pro camera is bad. Yeah, I mean, I haven't, I'm obviously not a professional photographer, but I haven't really, I think it's been pretty good. But, I just take cat pictures and I think the macro lens is great on that phone.
All right. All set. David, I noticed that David has a wonderful voice. And I took a voice lesson the other day with a dialect coach. And I noticed that you say photographer.
Photographer?
No, you say photographer.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a photographer. I'm not a great photographer.
I'm not a photographer, yeah.
Oh, there we go. Now it's different. Sure. I kind of like photographer.
And what breed is I don't know what breed my cat is. They've got there's a breed called, I think it's Neblung, Neblung, and they're pretty, it looks like that, but it's not quite that. New member, Tammy,
David Plus.
Tammy, rockstar in the chat today.
Yep. Lighten me up in here. If only we should get David Lynch some lights too. Yeah. Tammy, welcome. New member. Look at these graphics we got now. Rocking it out. Tammy's given us an opportunity to test out these new graphics, and they look great.
Yeah. Yeah, members get access to custom badges and emojis. We have PDFs for some of our settings videos. I know one of the most common comments we get is that we're speaking fast, so we made these PDFs.
We don't speak fast. What are you talking about?
Our major iPhone videos, and also our recent Apple Watch video has a PDF now, too, for anyone looking for that. But thank you, Tammy. We really appreciate it.
Tammy, you're mind-blowing. Thank you for that comment. ChatGPT is so nice. Made websites.
Rez asks, are we on Twitter? There might be a Twitter link in the description of this video, but if you go to Twitter and just search Payette Forward, that's the Twitter account.
I link to you and mine, or don't I? David has his own Twitter account. Anyway, if I don't...
Yeah, it's just David Lynch YT.
David Lynch YT, okay. You should have been not that David Lynch.
Yeah. I think that might have been taken.
Was it? Yeah.
Yeah.
There's so many.
There's there's a lot
of David Payettes too. It's
sure, it's what Michael B. Jordan does, the actor. He sticks the B in there to differentiate himself. So I might have to, if I ever get more famous or any degree of fame, I'll have to start using the H more often.
Yeah. So Jav says both your microphones are on point. Good job speaking into the microphones. Jav, you have no idea how much we worked on that and how much that means to us.
Yeah, well, it was interesting because somebody else in the chat earlier in the stream said these are not good mics for a live stream. So
that's stupid.
Well, you guys are the audio. You two are the audio guys. They say use this microphone, and I set it up and I speak into it. So
yeah, sorry. I get a little defensive about our audio setup because we put so much time into it. If you have, just because it doesn't look like everybody else's Shure microphone that they use on live streams doesn't mean it's not a better microphone.
Okay.
This is a better microphone.
Do you think we will get to see another mini iPhone soon? I don't know.
I like the mini models. I've never owned one, but I've always thought they were kind of cute. They're what the SE should have been.
Yeah. Well, the idea for the iPhone SE4 was going to be just the mini without the home button. And last I heard that Apple is kind of killing that plan. So
yeah.
I don't know if we're going to see another mini model. They haven't sold very well recently. That's why Apple moved away from the mini for the 14 line. But the 14 Plus and the 14 also didn't sell very well. So I don't know. I think they're kind of at a crossroads right now. They've reached a point where they can't keep putting out the same mediocre phone and expect to get good sales on it.
Mm-hmm. That's true. So they're constantly thinking of new ways to change the words around it.
Yeah.
I mean, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. At least they're changing the number every year now. For the longest time, they didn't do that. 6, 6S, 7, 8, no 9. What happened to it? Whatever happened to the iPhone 9?
I don't know.
Did it run out of time? I'm not sure. It sounds like a song.
Also, before we're answering these chat questions, I just want to hit on Anuar's question earlier about the MacBook Air this year. New MacBook Air this year? Do you think?
I don't know when the last one came out. Wasn't it last year? Obviously last year.
I think it was
right?
last year, yeah.
Yeah, they went from the one that you have, right? That model to the one that's kind of like, looks like a thinner version of the MacBook Pros.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, maybe. Interesting. Are the new MacBook Airs M2? Because if they're not, then they probably...
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Haven't been scouting out Apple's website as much lately for the MacBook Airs.
I know. I'm just, I can only look at so much, and the Mac is not on my list.
Okay, I need to apologize to Tom Hoffner here. Wow, cut me to pieces. I was trying to help. I don't know a single other podcast that uses shotgun mics. Tom, I apologize for my harsh reaction to you. You deserved better. You were just being honest and helpful. And you're right, shotgun mics are not typically used for things like this, so I do apologize. Yeah. I like to, own it when I make a mistake. Right away.
Zeus Almighty, here's a question. This is an interesting one. I was wondering if you guys have any idea why Apple has not released any iOS updates in the past 2 weeks.
Yeah, I know, right? We've been wondering too. Where's our 16.4 developer beta?
I don't know.
Right? They put out the HomePod, and they put out the HomePod Mini, and they released new firmware for that. So we're at 16.3.1 now, I think.
Yep.
For those devices. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Maybe something's not ready, because usually there seems like there's another beta that would be on the way.
Allegedly, 16.4 will not be a feature-rich update, though. So it's good for the people who make content about iOS updates, but it's I don't think it's very exciting for most people.
That's for sure. Hey, Callum says we are the best. Tom was gracious enough to forgive me. And Gina found us on our Discord, which is a good opportunity to plug our Discord.
Sure. Link to the Discord in the description section of this video.
I'll just put one right here, too.
Okay. Why don't you drop that right in chat?
I think that's it. Is that the right link? I'm testing it first. Yep. Okay. I don't want to send you guys the wrong place.
Would you upgrade from an iPhone 12 Pro to a 14 Pro Max or wait for the 15? Probably wait for the 15.
Yeah, 12 Pro is a great phone.
Does 12 Pro Max have 120 hertz display?
No. That was 13.
Okay. Yeah.
You don't know what you're missing. That's the thing.
Right.
David, right? Like,
you
honestly.
Don't know.
If you
so I guess, if you don't know what you're missing, you probably can just keep missing it without knowing it.
Exactly.
I would probably wait until we get any sense of rumors about what the iPhone 15 might have. But yeah, I think the 12 Pro is a good phone.
Yeah, ignorance is cheaper, as they say.
Yeah. Anonymous looking at an Apple Watch SE model. Do you think it's worth going from a Gen 3? It kind of depends on what you use your Apple Watch for. I also don't know when the third generation Apple Watch are going to lose watchOS updates.
Neither do I.
I don't know. That'd be what I would look into. I mean, if the Gen 3 is going to lose watchOS updates soon, then I think the SE is fine if you just want a little smartwatch. I have the Ultra, and it's cool. Probably not worth the $800. I think if you want to get an Apple Watch, going cheaper is better. Unless you're scuba diving or hiking Mount Everest, in which case get the Ultra. Yeah, basic stuff, notifications, SE22, fine. That's probably the best one to go with if it's the cheapest.
All right. So I have another news headline.
Okay.
That I thought would be weekend updatey here. ChatGPT is on track to surpass 100 million users faster than TikTok or Instagram, proving once and for all that people would rather talk to a robot than their loved ones. It's pretty weekend updatey, I thought. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Sorry.
well, I mean, maybe ChatGPT, like TikTok, is going to get banned by the U.S. government. We'll see.
There's no way that's going to happen.
Texas is moving to ban TikTok now, so that'll be interesting. Tammy, our newest member, Tammy, has an Apple Watch 3 and it no longer updates. So yeah, SE22.
Yeah, definitely. Will the iWatch ever work on Android? Asks Rez. The answer is, what's an iWatch? Will the Apple Watch work on Android? Probably not. But it might work as a standalone device. That's what I would think. All right, Tammy Lee, don't throw a pity party here. I've watched y'all for a long time. I've asked 4 questions now, and everyone has been dismissed. All right.
Here we go. I think I found one. Do you think the iPhone 13 Pro Max will ever be restocked? Through Apple? Probably not if it's been removed. I mean, I would just go to eBay or Amazon and get a better deal there anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Here we go. Will it be restocked? Yeah. You never really know. eBay is great for finding old phones. Yeah.
Is the new Apple Watch Series 8 durable enough without the case? I've never used a case on an Apple Watch. Have you?
No. Why would I want to?
Yeah. I mean, I had the Series 2, and I would wear it to the gym and outside in the rain, and it never had any issues. So I think any Apple Watch is probably durable enough without a case.
That's for sure. Yeah, Callum says that he's watched us and likes us. That always feels good. Thanks, Callum. New Series 8, as we just said. Durable enough without the case? It better be, right? For the price
better
tag?
be, yeah.
Right?
Yep.
ChatGPT has started to be heavily restricted, like PG-13. Absolutely it is. People are saying that the AI chat stuff is a national security thing because it truly is remarkable.
Because you can
like
write malware.
Yeah, you could write malware. You could design weapons or the software for weapons. Because, all the drone stuff is all software. A lot of it. Maybe not all software.
don't go and look for them now, but there are some videos on like the early days of ChatGPT and some of the stuff that people were searching on it and the information they were getting. It's kind of mind-blowing how much they could get right out of the gate.
How very interesting.
Like bank information. It's crazy.
Do you have
Jocko?
Yeah.
Jocko, you got it. Okay, yeah.
Do
Jocko,
you have any videos of you plating the guitar? We've never put the guitar on a plate.
But
if we do, we will. Absolutely.
How about playing it?
Playing it? I don't play the guitar. That thing is just a prop back there. It's actually a great guitar. I play a little bit. I play the keytar more often. But David's blocking the keytar right now, so.
No, sorry.
David, you're in front of the keytar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you play guitar? Oh,
do I play guitar?
David, he just disappeared. Thank you, Zach.
Did I disappear?
Yeah. Zach just wanted to show the keytar to people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Keytar is cool.
Pebbles Bam Bam. Thank you, guys. Help a lot with the daughter gift, iPhone 12. She's a lucky daughter.
Yeah, iPhone 12, great gift for a kid. Yeah.
Do you write songs on that guitar? No, that would be silly. I use staff paper.
Well, now you could use ChatGPT to write you a nice hit song.
Yeah, exactly. Well, the lyrics, David.
Yeah, I bet you could get some chords and such out of ChatGPT.
Oh, Zach and I have tried.
Oh, you've tried?
We tried it. Not well. Not well.
Okay,
well
fair enough.
All.
I mean, that could be a funny video though. Like we had ChatGPT write an album. So you know how John Benjamin did his his jazz album where
No.
it's like I don't know. I should have learned how to play the piano before recording this. We got like this full like professional jazz band, and then it's him on piano. He doesn't know how to play the piano, so it's like all this really good jazz music, and then he brings in the piano, and it's
not as good.
It's very funny.
Cool. Yeah, that's a good idea.
You could do the same thing, but with ChatGPT.
Yeah, I'm logging in right now to ChatGPT because I'm gonna. So Zach and I asked it like, what are the first few notes to Happy Birthday, right? Something like that. I mean, how hard is that? Or Mary Had a Little Lamb.
Yep.
Zach, can you go to my computer, please? What are the first 10 notes to Mary Had a Little Lamb? You pick the key. Oh, it's at the bottom. Right. There you go. Let's see here. Here are the first in the C. Key of C. So it should be. That is as wrong as it could possibly be. C. Mary had a little lamb, its fleece was white. That's not the melody to the song.
Well,
yeah.
Point made.
Yeah.
Nicholas asked a question he wanted us to get back to. Why iPhone 14 Pros have a bad camera? Does it have something to do with the iOS update? I don't think the iPhone 14 Pro camera is bad.
Yeah, I don't know where that is coming from. It has a great camera.
I think it might be MKBHD.
It's his fault.
Yeah, with his really professional camera test.
Well, the professional... Listen, I love Marquez as much as the next person, which is... Well, I'm, maybe not quite that. I mean, I think he's great. Love him. So, but he took 3 pictures of himself, or like 100 pictures of himself, and then like made that the camera test. There are other things, other subjects.
Yeah.
There are other things to take photos of.
I didn't look into it. Yeah.
I actually did. I did one of the A/B tests on the website. I thought it was pretty brilliant, though, the engagement, the way that he made that video. Yep. Really smart. Yep. Really
sure
smart. Yeah. R. Becker's, I write the song that make the girls cry. That's too bad. Try Ask It. Mary Has a Little Lamb in Music XML. That, I don't know how to read Music XML. And I think that's getting a little bit outside of what we usually talk about. If we start talking about Music XML.
Well, what you do is you get the Music XML file, and then you have ChatGPT convert it into something you can read.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, I guess that is an idea.
Yeah.
How
about this? Let's bang out one more headline here.
Okay.
Twitter wants to charge $1,000 a month for brands to keep their gold check marks.
Can you believe it?
I can, yeah.
I am sick of talking about Elon Musk. And I think that should be our next poll, Zach. Are you sick of talking about Elon Musk? Yes or no? I've had enough of Elon.
Well, it's interesting. I muted Elon, and I muted Musk, and I muted Elon Musk on my Twitter account because I was just kind of over it. And I still started seeing like a lot of... I took some screenshots too of how the muting wasn't working. I think it's worked now, but the novelty of him owning Twitter kind of wore off for me.
Yeah, he is one of the people who's really good at keeping the spotlight on himself by saying things that half of the people in the country find, outrageous and horrible.
Yep.
But it's
a good skill to have.
The spotlight on you. I know. We'd have more subscribers if we could do that. Find something to get mad about.
But then I also saw somebody else was saying, people are spending too much time talking about Mastodon. And, we talked about this in a previous live stream, how, if anyone spends more than 30 minutes on Mastodon, they'll realize it's just a terrible platform.
So the Mean Sheets asks, hey, I have a question. Is it safe to put the iPhone 14 Pro on motorcycle handlebars? I don't want to kill my camera. I think it's telling that he's more concerned with the camera than himself or other people.
I mean, as like a dash cam? Is that the idea?
Oh, that's actually a smart idea.
Yeah.
I think yeah, go ahead.
I think it'd probably be fine.
Well, Well, it depends.
I've never ridden a motorcycle before, so I don't know.
It depends on the mount. Neither have I. No desire whatsoever to ride a motorcycle. Respect, though. Support your right to ride a motorcycle, but don't want to ride it myself.
Yeah, I mean, I would just make sure that if you, as you said, get a really solid mount for your phone, and I think you'd be fine. I guess the other concern could be, your phone's out in the elements. If it's raining really hard, but you're probably not riding your motorcycle anyway. I don't know if this is an actual thing that happens to people, but I feel like there's this, sort of meme about, motorcycle drivers with all the little bugs like hitting them in the face. So I don't know.
I think it's true.
If after a while, like little bugs start to crash into your phone and sort of fog up the camera a little bit, I'm not sure.
Well, my buddy Zach is back there. Zach is a motorcycle rider, and he doesn't like to wear a helmet when he rides a motorcycle, which I find to be incredibly stupid. But it's legal, I think, in Vermont or New Hampshire not to wear a helmet. And he talks about how he's just eating bugs the whole time.
Yeah, that's
which sounds
high protein.
Sounds just as dumb.
Yeah, well, healthy lifestyle.
This is actually an interesting idea. Don't mount the phone on the bike, mount it on you, or it shakes too much.
Yeah, I mean, there's a really good
Shock
subreddit
absorber.
there's a good subreddit called Idiots in Cars, and a lot of them are like cars cutting off motorcycles. And I think a lot of the motorcycle drivers do have like their dash camera attached to their helmet as opposed to the handlebars of the phone.
Yeah. God, I'm always very, very, very careful of motorcyclists.
I think you've asked like the two least qualified people to comment on, mounting cameras to your motorcycle. So, yeah.
But I thought that the comments in the chat are pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Yeah. Gina says, we're too cute. There's no such thing. Yep. Live in South Carolina. You don't have to wear a helmet here. Excellent. Good to know.
Great. Yeah.
You can motorcycle a dirt bike, motorcycle in cornfields, and have a really good time. Road isn't safe, not even for cars. Or the cagers, as my buddy Kevin says.
Okay.
Calls them cagers because he's a bike guy. He rides a bike.
Okay, yeah.
He once got hit by a duck, and I said, the name of the animal is what you should have done. Yeah. Peeps die every day. Free protein on the road, the bugs, and the mean sheet says it's keto friendly.
Is it?
I don't know. Bugs?
I don't know if it is. Yeah, I don't know if bugs are keto friendly.
Oh, that's too bad.
They're certainly paleo friendly. Keto friendly, I'm not sure.
You don't think there's any carbs? Isn't that just the carb thing? Ketosis?
Yeah, I mean, keto, less than 25 grams of net carbs per day. I just don't know how many carbs are in bugs, to be honest. Wow, that's funny. Yep. The camera's on you. He's using. I mean, they must make like a.
Of course they do.
They must make a motorcycle dash cam that's not shaking all over the place.
Right.
I don't know if a phone would be a good choice for that.
So I mean, this is an example of where we ask Next Level Siri, are there any good motorcycle mounts for iPhones where you can put it on the handlebars?
Yes.
Mean Sheet says
there are a number of good motorcycle mounts for iPhones. You can find them online or at your local electronics store. Some popular brands include Ram Mounts, Tech Mount, and Quad Lock.
All right. I don't know. That wasn't too impressive, ChatGPT. Thinking about doing a Next Level Siri thing. Go ahead, David. Sorry.
Jocko wants to know about our gear, our setup.
All right. So the microphones are what are they? Sennheiser MK416s. What are they? MKH416?
I don't know.
Sennheiser 416. If you Google that, you'll find them. David and I each have one. Yes.
I'm glad we got a nice discussion of the health benefits of eating bugs on the stream.
Yeah.
Started out talking about, Netflix and the new iPhone, and now we're just we've devolved into whether or not eating bugs are healthy and keto friendly.
Evolved. Well, they're definitely they're interesting. It's a good topic. Could be the future.
Well, yeah.
Bugs.
Eating bugs and
You get
Using
it, Jocko.
AI for Google search.
Yeah, it's taking our jobs. They took our jobs. But I do think that there is going to be a new industry of the AI wranglers. All the people that really know how to use it well will find, it'll be cool. I really am excited about AI and where it's going to take everybody. It's going to take us all. It's
all
like a calculator.
extinct.
All extinct. Yeah, what's the point of us anymore?
Haven't you seen
Yeah.
any sci-fi show about AI?
No. Have
No.
they made any sci-fi shows about or movies about AI?
Yeah.
No. Yeah, it's Skynet, really. Good morning, Robin. Good morning to you. And GOP
Maybe
says
Robin's
we
in
appreciate
Hawaii.
the versatility. Yeah. Perhaps it is. It is morning in Hawaii. Indeed. Yeah. Robin, let us know where you are. We would love to learn that. Also, your home address and social security number.
Yep.
Yeah. Anonymous says that they've seen both of us somewhere else other than on this channel. The answer is probably not, unless you're stalking us. But Anonymous, I think, is from Denmark, so you haven't seen me there. Right?
Both of you somewhere else than on this channel, like
You might
on
see
the
David
internet.
Lynch. David Lynch might be,
Yeah.
getting yelled at in a town board meeting or something.
Yeah, but I'm at a lot of the town board meetings if you want to
Yeah.
pop in there.
Yeah. He'll be the guy being escorted out for...
Yeah. No, not this
No.
time.
Not this time? No. The Terminator. Callum, go up and check my other comment. What is this like? Okay, petrol can cause less pollution. That one. Petrol cars can cause less pollution than... Oh, motorcycles equal fun. Awesome. Awesome. Very cool.
Maybe.
Yeah, I guess so. God bless you. Too much censorship. Well, guess what, Pebbles? We're not going to censor your comment about censorship. How about that?
Yeah. How about that?
Yeah, we're showing them now. Yep. Interesting. The only thing that scares me about the phone is the prohibitories, or the whatever that's called. Moonlighting? I am losing it with this chat. I'm losing my train of thought here.
That's all right. That's good.
Yeah. Oof. Oh, we had some questions from last time around that we didn't really get to. James,
Sure.
especially. And why don't we get to the Discord questions?
All right, let's fire those up.
Fire them up. Discord questions.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of where else they might have seen me. I don't know.
Yeah.
What else have I been in?
Thank you, Zach. Since Apple has already released the iOS 16.3 update, is there anything that we need to do before you update or after the update? Or are you guys going to release a video about it? David?
So before you update, always a good idea to back up your phone after you update it. I mean, the big new thing with 16.3 is the security keys. We actually just made a video on everything you'll ever need to know about iPhone security keys. That'll be out in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So after updating to iOS 16.3, I would watch that video and then consider getting security keys for yourself to help protect your data more than it is now.
Yeah. And really, when things go wrong, most of the time it's one of the big updates because it's more like a restore than just an update when you go from 15 point whatever to 16 or 16 to 17. So always a good idea, as David said, to have a backup. But other than that, I would not worry about it too much.
Yeah, and I'm not just saying this so you can go watch more of our videos, but I've had experiences sometimes where I'll do an update and some of the settings that I like to tweak get changed back. Maybe I'm just imagining that, but you might want to consider going back and watching some of the bigger settings videos and just making sure everything's in order.
Indeed. Indeed. All right, next question, Zach. Discord. My Apple Music streaming quality and Wi-Fi is set to high-res lossless because I have no reason not to. I don't have a home internet data cap. Can anyone notice a difference in quality from the lossless setting? Me, yes, but only because those speakers back there are, what, $4,500 each? And the DAC is $3,000? I mean, you can hear a difference. For me, when you get more lossless and more fidelity, everything sounds more spacious. It sounds like 3D. I don't care about spatial audio or all that stuff that they're saying makes it sound spacious. Really, it's like an accurate reproduction of sound. I think that we've all become accustomed to listening to low quality music, and I'm excited for the next few years where we're going to start to see earbuds that actually can play back CD quality audio, which today they cannot, unless you have an Android.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ditto.
Next question. If I have unlimited data, 50 gigabyte cap before throttling, which Apple Music streaming quality option should I choose? I would consider myself a casual streamer. Will I know a difference in sound quality going from high quality to lossless, for example? So shall we navigate to the part of settings he's talking about? Let's see here.
Sure.
This is David Lynch's domain usually. So we're going to go down to music and then come on down to audio quality. And we have lossless on at the top. And then for Wi-Fi streaming, I have high-res lossless selected. I have gear that can actually do it. And downloads, I have lossless selected because my car and I have other gear that can play lossless audio. But I don't want to take up all the space of a high-res lossless thing. So for the high-res lossless, you need an external DAC or digital audio converter. I had one laying around. Some of them are expensive, some of them are not, to get up to those higher bit rates. But CD quality audio is 16-bit, 44.1 kilohertz, and it's higher quality than the default setting of high quality. CD quality is better. So I like lossless, personally.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm a lossless guy. Yeah. But I want to do a video on that. I want to do a video eventually about lossless audio and why it's important and the importance of having a headphone cable. And I know that a lot of people have been told for the last 20 years that you can't hear a difference unless you're an audiophile or whatever, but you can. So
it's a big audio conspiracy. Big headphones.
Yeah, big. It was Apple. Apple did it.
Yeah.
And everybody else did it too. It's just, marketing. Oh, it's the same. Yeah. Okay. Do you guys think HomePod is a failed product from Apple's generation first HomePod, 2, and the Mini? No, I don't think it's a failed product. I don't think it's the most exciting product they've ever put out. We just received a couple of HomePod second gens from Apple to test out, and I just started testing them out. I like the temperature and humidity sensors that they also built into the Minis and enabled. I think for $100 for a Mini, it's quite a lot of functionality you get. In terms of, they talk about, replacing your home theater system. I have a Samsung soundbar system out there with the TV. That sounds great. 2 HomePods in stereo don't sound as immersive, regardless of how much spatial audio you're using, as the surround sound. I mean, I don't care how much beamforming they're doing.
In terms of it being a failed product, I think we're in the very early stages of smart home products becoming mainstream.
Yeah, I would actually love to hear from the chat about whether...
I'll take over. Yeah, I think what he was going to ask is if how you ask in the chat if you use smart home products. And Callum's last comment: most of the time it says I have a full signal and 4G, but nothing loads. And when I go onto an app, it says I have no internet when I am on data. Most of the time it says I have a full bar signal and 4G, but nothing loads. So full bar, you only have 1 bar. I mean, if it's only 1 bar, that can sometimes be a little misleading. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah,
if you're having cellular issues, I would consider just toggling airplane mode on and off again. And
yep, that can help. Also, reset network settings and profiles. So if you travel overseas, for instance, you might have downloaded a profile, and that's going to be in settings general profiles. definitely stuff with the general, also date and time settings. We could go through a whole laundry list.
Yeah.
I would love to hear from people about whether they have smart home devices and which are your favorites. Do you have a smart home device? Do you want to get one? Which one is your favorite? I have a bunch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, one day I'm going to get a whole bunch. I want to do it all at once instead of piecemeal. Callum, if you have full signal and it says you're not connected to the internet, it could also be an issue with your carrier. Could be a lot of different things. Airplane mode, reset network settings, contact your carrier. All safe. Eject and reinsert SIM card. All safe bets.
Yeah. Turn your phone off and back on.
Turn your phone off and back on.
Yeah,
Sure.
I mean, are other apps working? Is it just the Safari app? Is it definitely settings and then a general reset? Or no, settings, general reset network settings could also be a thing.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's a lot of stuff, but should help. The Amazon shows interesting. So, if you are used to okay sound and go lossless with good headphones, it can give an annoying feeling in the ear like bad quality does. So give it a week if you feel this. That's interesting. That is interesting and probably not. I've never heard that before. Interesting. Just bear in mind.
Arnaud.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No,
I was going to say.
Yeah, go ahead.
Arnaud from London. Which noise canceling headphones would you recommend for an iPhone?
So I think, what's your budget, right? So it's a good question. And do you want over ears or do you want in ears? Let's say under 250 over ears, David. Go.
Some cheap Bose brand.
Some cheap Bose pair?
Is it like some Bose that are under, I don't know.
Oh man. See, we're a lot out of practice with these headphones videos. It's been literally months since we reviewed them. I think the Sennheiser True Wireless 4s, are those that cheap? Or are those more expensive? I think the Bose Quiet Comfort 35.2s are the way to go.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Yeah, right? Right. So it's not a cheap version, it's just an older version of the 45s or the 700s. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's a good one. Yeah.
In-ears for $250, isn't that like the exact price of the new AirPods?
The Pros?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Aren't they $249?
Maybe on Apple. I thought they were like $229 usually.
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking for in-ears for $250.
$200 for Amazon.
Yeah.
I think in-ears, my favorite headphones are the Sony XM4 earbuds.
Are those under $250?
They are not. Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
They are. They are, in fact. At Best Buy right now, $230.
All right, there you go. David's picking the Sony XM4s. I'm picking the AirPod Pro 2nd gens. Yeah,
and it looks like on Amazon they have the... Wow. They've got that's the AirPods. That's a good deal. There's a lot of good options on Amazon. $249 for the Bose Quiet Comfort Earbuds 2, which will be included in our next lineup. Those are going to be good. In ears, please. Max 200 or 250. Hey, so how good am I? Come on. Yeah, my vote is the Sony XM4 earbuds for $228. Yeah, totally. You just, it's great. They're great. Honestly, if there's one recommendation I can give, and that's your budget. Yeah.
AirPods Pro 2nd gen.
Okay. AirPods Pro 2nd gen. You can trust me or you can trust David. Take your pick.
You can get headphones, earbuds that actually stay in your ears or ones that don't fit. So
that doesn't make any sense, David. No. So wrong. Yeah. So wrong.
Read the reviews. If you got a weird ear shape like I do, they're not going to fit.
You don't have. Yeah, you just have to. There's a trick to it. You have to roll it up in your finger because it has a foam thing that kind of expands your ear. People just try to shove them in without actually doing the thing beforehand, and then they,
doesn't work.
Doesn't work. Yeah. Yeah, okay. The AirPods 3rd gen. Anonymous just got a pair of those. Those are good too. Arnaud says, have one of those Apple AirPods Pros, but they keep falling out of my ears.
Oh,
I
boy.
think that, I know. Anonymous says, get rubber covers. Arnaud, brilliant. Thanks, guys. Yeah, you got it. I think it's important with any earbuds that you get to try all the sizes. Even if you think that you're not going to be a small, you might be. Because it's really not the size of your head, it's the size of your ear hole.
Yep.
And for me, I found that some earbuds, I'm a small. Who would have thought?
I don't know.
With a head with a noggin this big, and I'm a small. Feels great though. Anonymous, use them for podcasts when walking anyways? Okay. Well, if you're using them for podcasts while walking mostly, Beats Fit Pro. Great fit. Cheaper.
Yep.
Noise canceling. Also the 2nd gen AirPods. Also the Sonys are fine. But if you're walking, a lot of times the transparency mode is something you want. Like you want to be able to hear some of the outside, and the AirPods Pro 2nd gen have a better transparency mode than the Sonys. The Sonys have better noise canceling and sound. But who cares about that?
Not me.
Yeah. Yep. Unrelated. AirPods 3rd gen. Totally related. Rochelle, Series 7, started to get scratched within a few months to where I had to put a case on it.
Same.
And then Tammy loves her Beats when she's walking.
Well, I mean, we've covered a lot of topics today. Netflix.
Yeah,
Talk
we're
about the new
now-
iPhone.
Yeah, so we should...
Headphones, eating bugs, motorcycles. I mean, we've covered it all.
I think we have. We've solved the world's problems, and we'll continue to fight the good fight for the next 24 hours. One super chat today. Right off
Two
the bat.
super chats
Two
today.
super chats. Tammy became a member. That's always very, very much appreciated. And that's
The
cool.
one.
The one. Right off the bat.
Yep.
Before we even started. People are
Yep.
super chatting us not to go live.
Yeah.
For the love of God, don't hit the go
Yeah, I
button.
mean, if you want to send us like a $50 super chat before we go live and say, hold off for 5 more minutes, I think we could oblige.
That's right. We'll just put up a screen. Like,
Yeah.
you paid us not to go. We should put like a timer. Like, we'll stay on if you guys keep filling up the bar. Be careful on eBay with fake Apple iPods or AirPods. Yes. Well, Pebbles, always kind words. Zach, David, you feeling like it's over? Have we come
I
to
think
the-
so.
the
I think
end?
I just would want to say, for more, hit that subscribe button below the video.
Yeah.
Get in our Discord. Link to that is in the description. Chat with us there. We'll keep a conversation. If you've got any bug-related questions, hop in the Discord and ask them.
Yeah. Really appreciate you guys. First time catching you guys live. I'm glad that this is the first live stream because there have been relatively few technical glitches, and thanks for bearing with us. And go check us out on Twitch, too. I think we have like 4 followers, 3 of which are me. So,
Okay, great.
yeah, go check us out. I think we're live there, too. All right, guys.